Virgo, this is going to be your love reading for the zodiac sign, sun, moon, rising. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I've been doing tarot for 16 years now. I'm a full-time professional tarot reader in my personal life. If you guys have been with me, thank you guys for staying with me. As you guys know, I used to be on YouTube. I had a lot of tower moments, so I had to cancel that out. And so if you guys want to help support this new channel, hit that subscribe button. You guys know the deal. I know a lot of you guys know that I've been having health issues and I'm going through cancer right now. So, so I'm not the most reliable on YouTube at the moment, but I am, obviously trying to get on the right track with that, facing another surgery. So, hopefully that will be what is needed to get everything more stabilized. But I do appreciate your guys' patience and support through all of that. In the meantime, as you guys know, we're going to take a look into your love life. So we're going to look with the person that you're connected with or that is on your mind, how they feel about you, how you feel, the present mutual connection situation between you guys, give or take a couple weeks before or after this video, like the month of November, how they feel about you, how they think of you in the connection, the most likely outcome for the month of November, like I said, give or take a couple weeks, and some advice. Then we're going to take a look at a preview of what you need to know or what is coming towards you anywhere from now to the next 3 months. Could be a warning, could be advice, could be a blessing, could just be something you need to know. And then we're going to pull some cards from the Twin Flame deck. If you guys don't know what the Twin Flame deck is, it's basically like if your person could say anything to you, what would they say? How they really feel about you. I already shuffle and premeditate ahead of time on the cards to save you guys all that juju jazz. And we're going to pull cards. We're going to do clarifiers. We're going to get into it. What am I missing? Oh, yeah. Guys, I know most of you know the drill, but for those of you guys who don't know the drill or new to tarot, it's not always going to resonate, okay? As far as cross-watchers, the energy can be vice versa. Don't get hooked up on the gender of the cards. Don't get hooked up on the zodiacs, okay? I will tell you the zodiac signs that are straight in my read, but a lot of times it could be energy. It could be a person you're dealing with, or it could just be in their birth chart, okay? So, a lot of times people get hooked up on that. Don't. If I strongly feel like it's specifically about one zodiac sign, I will mention that, okay? Anyway, let's get into it. All right. I do got to give a shout out because the support and the patience I've been getting from you guys while I'm going through these health issues is amazing. Is absolutely amazing because I know you guys want your reads, and and I'm not always the most reliable, and you guys have just been so understanding and so patient. I really appreciate that. Okay, so for your person's energy, we have the Chariot in reverse. It is Cancer energy, okay? We're going to clarify because I like to clarify before I get into anything, but I can already tell you that I'm getting a feeling that your person could be all over the place right now, okay? It's possible that they're wishy-washy with you, or at least with themselves, with how they feel. This person, let me clarify. More shuffles, please. Yeah, so, okay. I do think that this person could be wishy-washy. They could be repressing issues, or basically it's like if it's too complicated to deal with this situation with you, Virgo, or if it's your feelings are too complicated or their feelings are too complicated, they would almost rather just not even acknowledge it. They're trying their best to repress these issues. What's happening because of that is you can try to repress issues and feelings all you want, but they vomit back up. Okay, so, and then that, it causes a huge conflict, And that causes people to go hot and cold. That causes people to be wishy-washy. You know, one minute they want to be with you and then the next they don't. And, you know, even if they express this to you or not, this is something that they could be dealing with just internally. Almost like an internal demon that they are dealing with themselves. You know, one minute they want to move on and then the next they are stuck in their feels about you. And I think it's just, but it's like if it's because it's becoming so complicated because they can't figure it out, it's almost like they just don't want to deal with it. They don't want to take control of this situation. They don't want to move forward towards you. They don't want to do anything to make it right. They're kind of just sitting in the back and just like hoping things work themselves out, whatever way that is. So they got the Chariot in reverse, clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Wands in reverse. So this again is just reinforcing that main card. Is just reinforcing, telling me that they're struggling with the idea of this connection. With the Four of Wands being there, regardless whether it's reverse or upright, it's still the Four of Wands energy. So it's telling me that this was a committed relationship. This was something that could have had the potential to go to the distance if it wasn't already a marriage or a long-term commitment of some sorts. And that's why they're struggling so much. That's why they're having such a hard time trying to figure this out. Because one part of them is like whatever occurred between you guys, one part of them is like out. And then the other part is like what's keeping them held is this commitment, is this relationship that they had with you. And I just see them at this moment turning their back to this situation, turning away from it. And it's not because they don't care about you, and it's not because they don't have feelings for you, and it's not because they don't like you or appreciate you or think about you or miss you. It's because it's like too complicated for them. Like they can't handle it. They're not they don't have a lot of growth personally when it comes to this situation with you. At this point might just be too much for them to bear. They might want to focus on other things, or right now it's just like, I have too much on my plate, or I'm feeling negative about other things. I don't want one more problem added to my plate, so I'd rather just not deal. And it's like this issue and relationship was not complicated, then I feel like that they would be much more engaged. But because there was some sort of whatever happened between you guys to cause this adrift, to cause these problems, now it's complicated. It's like this is a person who just doesn't want to deal. Your energy is the Knight of Wands, okay? So we have Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy. Let's clarify this. Three shuffles. Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Ooh. Yeah, so you right now, I feel like, Virgo, if you're not already, you're going to be entering an energy where I feel like you are trying to make progress in one direction or another. You're passionate about it. I think it's almost like a ready for battle card, right? So I think you are ready to, it's like you don't want to leave this connection behind. You don't want to leave this person behind because it hurts. It brought pain. You invested into it. But clarified by the Nine of Pentacles here and the Eight of Cups, I feel like you're ready to start being more independent. I feel like you're ready to, okay, well, like if this person isn't going to do it for me, then I need to find someone else. I think it still deep and saddens you, or at least it did at one point. I'm going to say that it probably still has some effect on you one way or another. Even if you're sitting here saying, you know what, they did me wrong, or they did this, they did that, I'm done with them. That's still not easy to say, right? Because like, even if you're like, I'm completely done with someone, and you could be, that pain of still being hurt by somebody that you once very much cared about is still there, right? Like you can get over someone before you heal from the relationship. Like you can be done with someone, like you might be holding on, then you're done with them is step 2. Step 3 is to completely heal from everything they've done. And healing, there are good days and bad days. There's days where you feel on top of the world, and then there's days where you don't. So this is very hard for you, but I feel like you're trying to establish yourself. Now, the way you're trying to establish yourself is, I don't know. Are you going to the gym? Are you working on your looks? Are you dating around? Are you investing into new hobbies? Are you trying to get better pursuits in life? Job-wise, financial. Are you going to school? I don't know. That's up to you personally, individually. I don't know you. So I can only go by the energy, but I know that you are starting to pursue things. Even if that's just your self-worth, even if you're just waking up every day and like, you know what, I don't need them, you know? So I do see that. Now, with the Knight of Wands, you got to be careful because a lot of times they're so passionate about wanting to just become a new person or start something new or something like that. They can be impulsive. So you could be doing things that are impulsive. You know, with this Eight of Cups here, some of you might actually be impulsively trying to leave this connection too soon. And even if you're supposed to leave this connection, you might be doing it in a way that is going to hurt you in the end. Like, what if you're telling this person, well, you know what, I don't need you. You're this, you're that. You're not a good enough man. You're not a good enough woman. Da, da, da. I don't know if you're being like that or not. I don't know if you've said those things or not. But if you're trying to hurt them because they hurt you, or you're trying to impulsively do things or say things that are trying to get them, you know, to notice you, show that you look better, that you are better without them, you know, if you're trying to get their attention in one way or another, you might regret handling the way that you went out in the end. Right now it might feel really good, but there might be a time where if you're handling this so impulsively, because of your drive behind it, you know, so just be careful with that. How they think of you, we have, not how they think, their feelings for you are the King of Cups. So this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So let's clarify this. So clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords in reverse, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, okay? So they do have love for you, Virgo. They do, even if they don't express that. Now, I don't know necessarily if they're still in love with you. But I can tell you that they do care about you. They do have love for you, okay? They could be thinking that you are more, either they're being more emotionally mature about this, or they're thinking that you're more emotionally mature about this. But I think that this person, so the King of Swords in reverse is a little tricky, right? Because it can either stand for someone who's not using any logic, or someone who's using too much logic. And what I'm getting with here, because we have the King of Cups in reverse, upright, with the King of Cups in reverse, and in between that is a solid Ace of Pentacles upright, right? So what I'm thinking is that, or technically it would be like this, but whatever. What I'm getting here is that they have love for you. But I think at this point they are thinking that you guys might be better off having a new opportunity elsewhere, okay? It is very possible that they think this way because there were issues in the relationship. Like I said, this person doesn't want to face these issues. They're feeling like it's too complicated. This person just might be like having this kind of fear, like it's just not going to work, right? And they might be thinking that you guys are better off, you know, somewhere else, having new opportunities somewhere else. And I think it's because there could have been some kind of intimacy issues in this relationship. There could have been jealousy, manipulation. You know, this is somebody here that right now is currently more hooked on satisfying their own needs and what's best for them than what's best for you or what's best for both of you as a whole. Okay, this is somebody, and that doesn't mean that makes them a bad person. I don't know what happened. So you could have really hurt them, they could have really hurt you. But let's just say that either way, that this is not easy for them. And let's just say no matter what, that, this hurts them. They do have love for you. Let's just say that they're trying to be mature. They don't know the best way to handle it. So they're thinking in their mind, doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just saying, let's say in their mind, they think that the best thing for both of you right now is to step away and to work on yourselves. In your mind, you might be feeling abandoned, betrayed, left, feeling like they didn't care about you. In their mind, they think that this might be the best way to handle it. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's happening. I'm saying that could be what's happening here. You're going to know if your partner is like this really bad person or not. If they really did betray you, if they're selfish, if they're, but for the most part, I think that at this point, bottom line is that they do have love for you, but they logically think at this moment, I don't know if they're still in love with you or not. And I think that they might think that because of the issues in your guys' relationship, that it is too complicated for them to want to fix. It doesn't mean it is too complicated. They were just feeling like it is. And at this point, they think that it might be better that you guys have better opportunities or new opportunities, or at least try somewhere else first, okay? How they think of you in the connection. You got the Hermit in reverse here. So this is Virgo energy. I feel like they're trying to avoid you, or you're avoiding them, or you guys are not. You guys are in isolation of each other, okay? But let's clarify. Yeah, so it's clarified by Queen of Wands in reverse, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy again, and the Seven of Swords. I gotta say, there's already a lot of court cards on this board. Oh, there's four. Yeah, there's 4 court cards already on this board. So we could have been some people up in your mix, or at least people on each other's team, like on their team, Virgo. They could have people in their ear telling them, like, don't mess with this if it's not a third party, or if people aren't dating around. It could be just like a social circle, a family circle, saying, you know what, you're better off letting this go. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that's what that is. I'm just saying there are a lot of court cards. I got to tell it for what it is. So I do think that so either you or them tried to get away with something, or there was sneaky. So far, let's recap so far. They're trying to step away from their feelings. It's a little bit too complicated. Your energy, you are taking on this vibe where you think, I already told you that. So, all right, we're not going to get into that. How they feel about you. They feel like they do have love for you, but you guys might be better off because of all these, because there were intimacy issues, this, that, and third. How they're thinking of you in the situation is that, again, this just reinforces it. Queen of Wands. Okay, let me tell you something. 7 of Swords upright is meaning somebody tried to get away with something. Someone is trying to be sneaky. Okay, this is definitely a card of when someone cheats on someone. Now, I'm not saying that's what that is, because being sneaky can mean a million things, right? Queen of Wands in reverse is exactly that. It's jealousy. It's not feeling secure. It's feeling like you have to compete with another man or woman, or somebody else is catching the attention of your partner's eye, or they're just, and then, the message is pretty much repeating itself here. And it's just basically saying, like, how they think of you. I think they're avoiding you again. And I don't know who did it, them or you. Maybe they were a little sneaky, or maybe you were. And then the other one of you was a little jealous, or a little like, oh, I don't trust you. I got issues with you, this, that, and the third. Now, have I seen relationships where people have trust issues for no reason? Yes, I do. I have. I have seen people be completely innocent and be completely faithful and still get accused of flirting or cheating or doing things like that. And what ends up happening is a couple ends up arguing so much to the point where they split up. And they can't fix the issue because one person is not actually guilty. And they can't fix something they're not guilty of. So they'd rather let the situation go. If someone doesn't believe you and they don't trust you, well, what can you do? Now, I'm not saying that this person's innocent or not. I'm just saying they might have effed up. Maybe you effed up. I'm just saying that there's an avoidance here. The feelings, the situation's too complicated for them to want to deal with. And it's because there's jealousy. There was insecurity. And it's because somebody was trying to sneak or get away with something. Or at least that's what someone was thinking. An important card that I did not go over with you guys, I can't believe I skipped it, is the mutual situation that's going to be occurring between you and this person. Give or take the energy, right? A couple of weeks before, after, during November. You got Six of Swords in reverse. Now, this is mutual. This is something that's affecting both of you. We're going to clarify. I can't believe I just skipped right over that card. Okay, Sun in reverse and Five of Pentacles. It is exactly what I was feeling. Okay, so somebody here, you, them, both of you together, it doesn't matter, it's mutual, so I'm not going to tell you how it's going to fit here, but somebody here is having a really hard time leaving this relationship behind. I don't know if that's you, I don't know if that's them. Reinforced with the clarification with the Sun in reverse, which is Leo energy, and the Five of Pentacles. So this is somebody that's definitely feeling left out in the cold. They feel left, they feel abandoned. And it is really bothering them. It is feeling like their light has been stolen from them. Their sunshine. They're feeling gloomy about it. They don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, somebody here keeps, even if it's not physical, which it could be, because it is the Six of Swords, it is moving. But I feel like somebody keeps returning to this relationship. It could be them, because they're being wishy-washy. I think they're conflicted on where they stand with you as far as their feelings go. Even if they don't express that to you. They might not, I don't know. It could be them. It could be you. I don't really know. You don't really have energy of, I mean, that doesn't mean you're not doing it, but as of right now on my board, I see you mostly wanting to move on. At least, I don't know if you are, but I see that's at least what you want to do. I see that you're at least trying to do that. You're wanting to, even if it hurts, even if it bothers you. Then they're a little wishy-washy. So I can't tell you where this fits, but I can tell you that somebody here for the month of November, somebody here is having a hard time letting this go. Like, they know they should probably move forward or move on, but they for some reason keep returning to it. They keep returning to it. And it's this whole, I don't want to feel like, you know, I'm left by this person. I don't want to feel like they're going to move on. I don't want to feel like I don't want to lose their love. Like, even if I'm undecided how I feel, I still want them to love me. And it's kind of like that. Like, this person is really sad over this. Like, even if they're the ones that ended it, even if you're the one that ended it, somebody here, it still hurts them. Like, it still bothers them. Now, the mutual outcome between you guys, as of right now, it doesn't mean it's the forever outcome. It's just for this, particular timeline, this particular situation. Now, keep in mind, guys, we still have more cards to pull, but as of right now, we have the Four of Cups. So I'm going to clarify this, but this is telling me automatically that somebody here, a lot of times this means that the relationship has ended, it has ran its course, okay? Simply because somebody is just going to keep taking this relationship for granted instead of doing what they should by it. shuffle. Yeah, High Priestess upright with the Hangman in reverse. So I feel like somebody is taking this for granted. And that's the actions that they're actually taking. Like, they're sacrificing this connection for their own needs, and I don't even think that they know that or they realize that. Hangman in reverse is a lot of times it is about sacrifice, is about suspension, is about things like that. Like, it's like after a time of not knowing what to do or not making any moves, it's like, okay, so they're starting to make moves, but it's not. Now I don't know if it's you or them, but it's like somebody here is just going to take this for granted. Like, and that's why this relationship has just ran its course, because that's what's essentially happening here. Somebody here is just not wanting to maybe own up to their part in the relationship, what they did wrong. Somebody here is not willing to grow. Somebody here is not willing to change. Somebody's not willing to see eye to eye. Somebody's not like, okay, we're going to have to agree to disagree. There is none of that here. There's just, I want it this way, and the other person's like, well, I see it this way. Well, I feel this way. Well, I feel this way. It's like there's no, and somebody here is just taking this for granted. Somebody here is, you both could be being very stubborn. I don't know if you both are, but we're going to pull some advice, and we're going to pull some cards to see, like, we're going to pull a card to see what you need to know or what's coming towards you anywhere from now to the near future, which could be 2 days, 2 weeks. It could be the whole 3 months. It's funny, one of my subscribers told me to stop drinking coffee. I will never stop drinking coffee because of my health. That's the last thing I want to do is go through caffeine withdrawal right now, because I will. Coffee, I drink it all day, every day, and I know that's not healthy, but I can't help it. And but at least I drink it black, though. I do drink it black. They say that psychopaths drink their coffee black. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, obviously, I have to be a unique individual to do tarot for a living, right? But I don't know if that qualifies as a psychopath. I know people who drink black coffee just because they're health conscious. Personally, me, all that sugar and cream, it tastes like I'm drinking candy in my coffee. I just, what is that? Once you go black, you never go back. I used to drink double doubles. I used to drink that. But I went black. I'm not going back. Like, I tried drinking cream and sugar in my coffee after I started drinking black coffee, just after a week. And I was like, oh, no. It's an acquired taste, though. You can't have, like, a first sip of black coffee and be like, this is so good. No, it took me a couple cups. And then all of a sudden I was just, that's it. Your advice is the 8 of Cups. Okay, so just like your energy right now, like I said up here, you had the Knight of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles. With the 8 of Cups, your advice is the 8 of Cups. It is to walk away. You might spend time in your mind readdressing this, the pain, the memories, the emotions. If you ever find yourself lonely or having a bad day, or certain things that you just see, they might remind you of this person. They might make you think of this person. And that is going to be natural to wonder if moving forward is going to continue to be the right choice. We're going to clarify. Ten of Cups in reverse and the Five of Cups upright. Wow, that is painful. That is hurtful. That is, these are two different decks, but I find it funny how you get the Eight of Cups up here and the man's in the cloak. Different deck, you get the Five of Cups up here, also a man in a cloak, okay? It is just reaffirming that to leave this connection behind. And it is going to hurt, Virgo. And right now, you could watch this video and be like, oh no, I'm moving on. I left them, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, But if they weren't on your mind in some way or form, would you be watching this tarot read on them? Would you even assume that this is about them? Even if you are done with them, the fact is one way or another, the pain they've caused you, the relationship, the memories, something of it still hits a certain mark, right? It still hits. Your advice is to keep walking away. Ten of Cups in reverse is a broken connection, okay? A broken home. It's an unhappy relationship. This situation is no longer making you happy. I have clients that come to me and say, well, we were super happy when we were together. And I'm like, and how long have you been going through the breakup? And they're like, 1 year. And I'm like, okay, in the last year, everything that they have said, done, and put you through, does that make you happy? And they're like, no, I'm devastated. That's why I want it back with them. And I'm like, but that relationship is done. This is who they're being to you now. Are they making you happy now? And you really got to ask yourself, if this person has been making you feel this bad for this long, is that really the person you want to be with? Like, you have to really think about that. You have to really think about that, because I don't think a lot of people do when they get back into relationships, or they do on and off. And I'm not saying an ex is an ex for a reason. I don't necessarily believe that. I do believe that some people are destined to grow and come back together. And I've seen people break up and come back together and stay together to the day they die. I know couples who are on their 5th anniversary after on and off relationships, after breaking up. Some people do grow and come back together stronger. But a lot of times, that's not for the majority of cases. It doesn't happen that way because people have a hard time. They have a hard time letting go of the pain that someone else caused them. It's very hard to do that. It's very hard to forget someone's true colors once you see them. It's very hard to know, like, well, if you were capable of doing all this to me, what would make me think that you're not capable of doing it again? Well, I'm sorry this time. I really, really love you. Well, you really, really loved me the first time, but you still did that. So a lot of times it's hard for people. And at this point, whatever has occurred in this connection, the cards are saying to keep moving forward. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be rough. The Five of Cups is mourning. It is mourning. It is loss. It is regret. But it's also telling me that if you continue to walk away, this is the main message. Let me tell you something of this advice. Your advice is to keep doing this. Let me tell you why your advice is to keep doing this. Because the more you walk away from this person, they will know what they lost. Let me rephrase that. If you move on, if you walk away, then this person will know what they lost. They will mourn you. They will appreciate you. They will realize they took you for granted. They will realize what they had in this connection. And they will regret it. And they will be sad over it. Now, this reading is for right now. If you were to continue to move on, and if you really wanted a chance to reconcile with them, if you did, maybe you don't. Maybe you just want them to feel the pain. Maybe you just want them to regret it. Maybe you just need some closure and you just need them to be sorry for what they did. Maybe you just need some clear communication. Whatever your reasonings are, if you were to continue to walk away, maybe you would have a chance to reconcile with them in the future or get that closure. because you will give them the space and the time without you to miss you. They can't miss you if they see you crying over them all the time, or if they see you chasing them all the time, or if they're in communication with you all the time. Now, if you move on and your life ends up being spectacular without them, they're gonna see that and they're gonna be like, shit. If you continue to stay in their energy, whatever way that is, even connected on social media, even if they can, it's like they don't fully have to live without you. They're still getting a little bit of that hit. They're still getting, they're not really going through withdrawal. They don't, so therefore they'll stay in this wishy-washy energy. So you have to decide what sounds better to you. What's going to help you heal? What's going to feel better? Coming towards you anywhere from now to the near future, anywhere from now to the next 3 months, we have the Justice card, which is Libra energy. I see things balancing themselves out here, but let's clarify. Clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse and the Magician in reverse. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, and Gemini energy all up in that mix, okay? Fire and air. So, Justice is also the card of karma, right? Karma can be good or bad. You get what you're served. You get your just dues, so to speak. So if you've done good karma, you get good karma. If you've done bad karma, you get bad karma. Page of Wands here in reverse and the Magician in reverse tells me that I don't want to say it. Okay. This is what's coming towards you, or this is what you need to know anywhere from now to the next 3 months. For a very small few of you, it will say that this is balancing out and, that things are not going to really work out for them. Page of Wands in reverse is opportunities not happening, communication not happening, plans that you thought were going to work out the way you wanted to didn't. Magician in reverse is everything you were trying to manifest flopped. There was someone that was trying to use too many tactics, trying to be too strategic, trying to use too much manipulation. And it blew up in their face. So, for some of you, this person, you might need to know, maybe that's what gives you peace of mind, that this person will get what they're coming to them. Now, what I didn't want to tell you, that this very well could be you, Virgo. You do have this impulsive Knight of Wands energy. You could end up doing things impulsively. And in the moment, it might feel good. But you might be crossing lines with karma that help you feel good, but that might hurt other people, Some people like to hurt their ex-lovers for revenge because it makes them feel better. Some people want their ex-lovers to cry over them. Personally, I'm not like that, but I don't give no judgments. I'm a firm believer in karma, so I definitely don't like hurting people. I definitely, now if karma gets them, I'm like, okay, well, I'm also, a very tough love type of person. I'm like, well, you kind of deserve that, but I'm not going to be sitting over here rooting for someone's sabotage. That's just not, I believe in karma too much that I'm petrified of it. So maybe it's all the black coffee, right? Like, that's crazy talk. But it's very possible. It's very possible that you might need to be careful of what you do from here to the next 3 months regarding this connection. If you know you're doing things to flash jealousy in their face or to hurt them or to make them feel insignificant or anything that you know is really not cool, like, you're in this situation, but try to envision your connection, your relationship. Try to picture this, like, step out of it and look at it as person A and person B. Imagine if you seen two people talking to each other, connecting with each other, doing what they're doing to each other. Imagine if that was someone else's relationship. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with some of the things you're doing in your behavior? How would you look at it if someone else was doing that? Is mainly, the thing. And, decide from there if this is, really you or if this is them. Now, if this isn't you and you know that this is this person getting their karma, well, then congratulations. You might get some peace of mind and, they're going to learn some lessons. That is what it is, and I hope that helps you. All right, Twin Flame get that, guys. I talk too much. All right, let me move all my cards out of the way. Okay, so if your person could say anything to you, what would they say? And not bullshit, real talk. Like, what would they tell you that they're not telling? Like, if they were honest on their feelings. Okay, Virgo, so we have, how could you still love me after all I've done? So, this person might know that they hurt you really well. And they might actually think that you still really love them. You might love them. If you don't, they still think that you do. Maybe because they know all the pain that you went through separating with them. Or maybe even if you wore face, maybe they know that you're just wearing face, And then the next one is, I'm not the same person that you remember. I don't know what that means because I don't know you and I don't know your person. I'm not going to lie. When I do personal reads, that usually means that this person has changed. Whether that means they've changed up on you or they're just changing as a person, and sometimes you outgrow people. Now, you're going to know how it resonates because sometimes that also means that they're not the same person as you remember, meaning that they're changing in a positive way for you. But you're going to know if this person is changing for you in a better way to be with you or not. And 9 out of 10 times that's not the case of what that card implements. But again, you're going to know what that situation means. Also, on the bottom of the deck, which I don't normally tell people, but I figured I would tell you, the overall energy, it's just easier to stay away right now. So, like I said, this person has an avoidance issue with you right now, or even if you're in contact with them, it's simply that they just don't want to really address the issues. They don't want to have these conversations. They don't want to really get in depth. They'd rather just avoid it right now, and I think it's because it feels too complicated to them to handle. Anyway, that is what I have for you guys. Until next time, again, hit that like button to subscribe. I know some of you guys don't know, but if you want to be notified for future videos, it's up to you. You hit that bell notification. There's a bell. I don't know. There's a couple things. You click one, whatever. Just telling you for those who don't know. Anyway, until next time, guys. Ciao.